Well, good evening. Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to the Mamaprenuer Podcast. My name is Robbin. I am your fabulous hostess, and this is episode number 40. 40 Shody, number 40, not 40, 40. All right. As I do every episode, I always like to give shouts out to our fearless leader of the power team, Miss Kesha Kesh, for giving me an opportunity to see this show in episode 40. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, girl. All right. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Welcome to our show. Welcome to all the fun, the craziness. It's not crazy, but it's a fun time. So thank you guys so much. And for those who have been rocking with us for 40 episodes, thank you so much for your continued support of the Mamaprenuer Podcast and the Mamaprenuer brand. So thank you. Tonight is going to be such a treat. But before I get to my fabulous guest, audience, y'all know every episode, I put you to work every episode. Tonight's no different. So first things first, I would like for you to share tonight's live broadcast, whether you're watching from YouTube or Facebook. Make sure that you put in the comments, hashtag Mamaprenuer or hashtag shared. That's the only way you'll get entered into the contest for free giveaways. We got quite a few things that we're giving away tonight, but in order to be put on that drawing, you must share the live broadcast. Okay? It's not going to kill you to do it. It takes 2 seconds. Okay? All right. Next item of business, audience. Let us know where you're tuning in from. What I love about this platform, that this is not just a Dallas-Fort Worth show. We got people from all over the country coming onto the show this year, and I am here for you. If you tuned into last episode, we had somebody from Canada.
Oh.
So we got Michigan by way of Detroit, and we got DMV area, so Virginia tonight. So I'm ready to shine a light on these fabulous ladies, and they're doing big things out here. So you guys are in for a treat. So let us know where you're tuning in from in the comments. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. Also, if you are just really enjoying something that we're talking about, or if you have a question, please make sure that you type that in the comments so I can try to answer your question or get your question answered live on the air. Okay, so that's first things first. If this is your first time watching, my name is Robbin. I am born and raised in the Dallas area. I work in corporate by day, but I am an entrepreneur outside of all of that. And I am the founder and CEO of Mamaprenuer Enterprises by way of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. I have been a hairstylist for over 25 years, which I am transitioning into salon coaching and consulting. And my business is called Savvy Salon Systems. So if you're a hairstylist, lash artist, you have a spa, nail salon, brows, and you want to kind of grow your business, I'm your girl. Plug in the whole episode, okay? And then I also do a little bit of everything. Mary Kay in April will be 15 years as a consultant. I love all things Mary Kay. It is the best skincare on the planet. Also, I am a consultant with Paparazzi Jewelry. I love that she already has my close-up on me so we can showcase the jewels. Hold on, child. Let me get my good side, honey. All right. Thank you, Gerald. All right. All right. So, been rocking with Paparazzi for about almost 2.5 years now. So, I love all the jewelry and all the things. I love selling it at vendor events so people can kind of, pick what they want. They can just go home with it. They ain't got to wait on it to be shipped to them. But we have a website as well. So that's the cool part about Paparazzi. It can be sold anywhere. Okay. And, but yes, this platform is almost 2 years old as of April. I'm still in awe of the growth of this platform. And, again, I always shout out to our fearless leader because she's the bomb.com and she believed in me to start my own show. And it's been a great way to promote and spotlight female entrepreneurs from all over the country. And so I'm excited to be here tonight. Excited that you all or joining us. Tonight's show is being sponsored by Paper Doll Factory. Paper Doll Factory is based out of Oregon, but it's a place to get your statement pieces. So she's jewelry. She got all the jewels, but it's statement pieces. So we'll put her website on in the chat so you guys can go and check out. Her name is Rhea Daniels. She is the owner and operator of Paper Doll Factory. So head over to her website and get you some jewels. Okay. She got some cool statement pieces. I'm already going to be heading over there myself to get some jewelry. Yeah. All righty. Few announcements before I get into my fabulous first guest. So first things first, anybody catching the shirt? Mamaprenuer Podcast has merch. Head over to the Mamaprenuer website and get you some shirts. Also, you got mugs. What's the tea? What's in your cup? Okay. So, if you're interested in a mug, please let me know. I got you. But yes, be able to put anything in this cup, okay? What's the tea? All right. I don't have no sense. But anyway, head over to the mamapreneurpodcast.com, pick up a shirt or 3, and support the revolution. Okay? All right. I just mentioned a minute ago about sponsorships. So the Mamaprenuer Podcast has a service called affiliate marketing. What does that mean? That is that I can promote your brand for you, and you do not have to be a physical guest on the show. So again, our sponsor tonight is Paper Doll Factory, and she can ship to anywhere in the country. So please make sure that you head over to her website. And so if you're interested in having your brand marketed on the show without having to be a physical guest, please reach out to me directly at Mamaprenuer Podcast. That's Facebook and that's IG. Or if you contact Power Team, that's at Power Team, Facebook and IG. And Kesha will get that info over to me. And that's male and female businesses. You don't have to necessarily be a female-owned business to be a part of affiliate marketing. Okay. All righty. Calling all Divine 9 business owners. I am a part of the Divine 9 of the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So that's any Divine 9 organization, aka Delta, Omega, Alpha, Iota, Zeta, we don't care, D9 organization. So if you have a business and you're a part of the D9, I am doing a episode later in the year for Divine 9 business owners only. There are limited spots available. So if you are interested, you need to hit me up ASAP. Spots will fill up. Okay. All righty. So I always give a business topic, a discussion topic of some sort before we go any further. And so today we are in tax season. So I am not a certified CPA, but I know a little something. And my last tip is going to help everybody. Okay. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. So top tips and top things needed before you file your business taxes. Whoop, whoop. Don't we just love tax time? We love just the I, the R, and the S. Okay. All right. Save your receipts. Tip number 1. Have a filing system of some sort, spreadsheet, Quicken, whatever, QuickBooks, whatever you need to do to keep track of all your stuff. Have a business account where you keep track of your stuff. One thing I know with TurboTax, I noticed they can link into your business account and get all that information for you. That helped me this year. I was like, thank you. Thank you. Who didn't want to go look for all that was me. But in the event, we have it. Okay. So save everything, every business expense, every receipt for any business expense, save it and keep record of it. All right. And some people with their spreadsheets, they get creative. They break it up into supplies and marketing, however they want to break it up to make it as organized as possible. So when it gets to tax time, you don't have time to do all that scrambling. Okay. All righty. Also, know the proper business forms that are needed for your taxes. What forms that you're filing? 1099 what? Okay. Make sure you have that in order so you're not getting audited later. Okay. All right. Also, research the proper tax write-offs that you can use for your business. Most are your cell phone, your office space, business dinners, business meals, whatever, business travel, mileage on your car, child tolls. If you're in a place where there's tolls, there's a way to write that off, and so on and so forth. Okay. And last but not least, if you don't know what you're doing, please get you a CPA. Go down to the H, the R, and the block. Don't try to do it yourself to get audited and you don't know what you're doing and get audited later. That's the last thing any business owner wants. Again, the three letters we don't want to deal with: the I, the aura, not R, the aura, and the S. That is my tidbit. I wish I had a mic right now. That's my tidbit on business taxes. All right. I hope that this was a blessing to you. Okay. All right. Now, I would like to shine a light on our very first guest. That is the fabulous Ashley Rogers, by way of Michigan. She is the owner and operator of Heaven Sent Body Products and a plethora of other things. And I'm going to let Ashley take the floor and tell her about all 9,000 things she got going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Rogers.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you so very much, Robbin, for having me. Lord knows I would have never known that this would have happened for me as a small business owner. And I, first of all, want to thank you so very much for reaching out to me and allowing me to be a guest on your show. I am more than appreciative. Thank God for you. I truly appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it's all about, sis. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And being able to not only collaborate, but to be able to shine a light on each other. And again,
Absolutely.
You never know, your business will be a blessing to someone.
Yes, absolutely.
So talk about the journey. I want to go into entrepreneurship.
Yes,
Talk about
absolutely.
that.
Yes. So for me, I graduated from Michigan State back in 2011. Still can't believe it's been that long, but it has been. And later on, I obtained my master's from Purdue University, graduated in 2017. All throughout that time, I actually was working in the field of sales. I worked for Hilton for several years, where I was a director of sales for several years. And I also transitioned over into another job with another company that was here in the local Lansing, Michigan area, still doing sales. Now, shortly, right before the pandemic happened, I was unfortunately laid off, but it wasn't an unfortunate situation in the long run, because I had no idea that what God was really telling me is that it is time for you to do what you've always wanted to do. And so once the pandemic hit, obviously everything shut down. Just everything, especially here in Michigan, everything shut down. Nothing else you can do about it. And during that time, I kind of thought of something. I said, I'm going to take this time to really hone in on something that I haven't done before in my life. And that was to be an entrepreneur. And I said, I wanted to go on to that journey. So I said, you know what? I think that God is saying, let's go for it. Come up with what it is that you need to. So the story behind Heaven Sent, this started right in, I want to say May of 2020 was when everything kind of launched. So for me, I wanted to create something for women, especially Black women, that could honor our love of self-care. As we know, the world tears us down left and right, whether it is on social media, whether it's in the news, in movies, you name it. We have been just pulled and tugged in all different directions. And I wanted to develop something where we can each take a chance and just be at home in our own space and say, you know what, let me do something for me. Let me take some time to honor my heart, honor my spirit, and most of all with Heaven Sent, honor my skin. Absolutely. And so what I started doing was creating my own plant-based body butters and sugar scrubs. It started off with just those two things. And I know she's watching, so I have to shout out and say my mother of all people on this earth She definitely is a big encouragement that pushed me out of my fear zone and said, move forward. You know what God has said to you. You know where he's moving you. Let's see where we can take this, and let's see where he leads you. So I started off just by making everything myself. And to this day, I still do. I started with different fragrances, and I started with just giving it to a couple of friends every now and again, some of my other family members, just to try it out, see how it was working. And for myself, anyone that knows me knows that I was always the glam queen. Face, wouldn't even go to the grocery store without a full face of makeup. Just wasn't me.
Amen.
Wasn't me.
It's okay. Same. Yeah.
I just could not do it. And so I said, it would be great if, I can take a chance with some of this stuff and really just love the skin that I've been blessed with. Just really honor it. Again, like I said, with the world tearing us down so much based on what we look like, let me take into consideration that and develop something that can make us feel good about ourselves, about what we see every morning when we wake up and look in the mirror and say, hello, gorgeous. I want us to really mean that for one another. So that is really where Heaven Sent started. And once I got a couple of things out there, the body butters and sugar scrubs to people, then I all of a sudden started hearing people that were saying, hey, you should go ahead and sell this. I would buy it from you. And within the first week in May of 2020, I completely sold out of everything.
Amazing.
Everything was gone.
So what's your favorite product from the product line?
Ooh, as I have grown, it is definitely, let's see. Well, I definitely will have to say my body butters for sure. For sure, my body butters. And what I really love about them, first of all, every single ingredient you can pronounce. You can pronounce it no matter what language you speak. I use simple, clean, plant-based only products because there are enough toxic products out there that we don't need anymore. So I love my body butter so very much. I am an avid user of every single product that I have on my line, whether it be the skincare, whether it be the body care. And I even have a men's line for the beard care because Lord knows we love our kings with their beards.
Yes.
So I have
and we need the beards to be moisturized, fellas.
Yes, absolutely.
We ain't got time for it to look like carpet. Please, let's moisturize, guys.
Yes.
Put your beard oil today.
Beard
let's not have it looking like.
man.
Hold on, let me make you laugh real quick. We don't want the James Harden. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Not the James Harden. But yes, my body butter is definitely my favorite product. And then I also love my sugar scrubs for sure, because especially here living in Michigan in the wintertime, I know y'all don't know this in Texas, but here in Michigan in the wintertime, scaly skin. Dry
around the winter months. Yeah.
So then if there's not enough moisture or hydration in the air, we still need to exfoliate and get that moisture back in there and top it off with the body butter. So that is my best combination for sure. Absolutely.
So talk about the different scents. I know.
Yes, that is one of the best things about them. I have always had people tell me they have never smelled anything like the things that I have. And I definitely appreciate every person that has ever said that, because it took a step of faith to really develop what the fragrances were. So one of the top fragrances that sells in the body butters and sugar scrubs I'm going to show you here is my Black Raspberry Vanilla. Now, when this scent was created, I had a completely different idea of what it was going to smell like. But I said, you know what? Let's try it and let's see what happens. And it became the number one. It became the absolute number one. So this is the number one fragrance. This comes in the body butters as well as the sugar scrubs. Some of the other fragrances I have are lavender. I have eucalyptus spearmint, which is very, very.
You do?
Yes.
We'll talk offline. Yep.
Yep. All right. Absolutely. Yes. I have those. I also have a fragrance called Summer Citrus. It smells just like how it sounds. And my personal favorite, Jamaica Me Crazy. Just a touch, just a small amount of that makes you feel like you are right on the beach all over again. Makes you feel like you're on the beach, no matter the season. That is my favorite fragrance, though.
You can go ahead and put me some eucalyptus spearmint to the side, body butter and scrub, please and thanks. I'm dead serious. We're going to talk offline when we get
yes, I got you covered, girl. Okay. I definitely have you covered.
Yep. That's my favorite scent at Bath and Body Works, next to mahogany teak wood.
Yes. And, yes.
So when you come out with a mahogany teak wood scrub, I'm joking.
Hold on. Because guess who has some candles as well, too?
All right, talk about it.
All right now. So my candles that I have are something new that I actually started just for a limited time. It was around the holiday season, and per everything else that happened, sold out completely. Didn't know what it was going to do. Had no idea. That's what you call stepping out on faith. That is what you call stepping out on faith. When you have an inkling, that's God talking to you. And we know he does not scream, he whispers. And I took that whisper, sold out completely. So new fragrances are going to be coming, but the mahogany and teak wood, that is going to be a staple that stays there. That is going to be a staple.
Yes. And eucalyptus spearmint. That
that's
is
my
not going
jam. Anywhere.
That is my jam. I'm sorry. Just the love. And you know what? Love lavender, love all the things, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say that really helped me develop the fragrances that I wanted to have in my products, they really honed in on the feelings and the self-love that I want each and every person to feel when they're applying the products. If you're feeling down with everything going on in the world and you need a little bit of upliftment, here it is. You got your eucalyptus spearmint.
Got your lavender, make you relax, honey.
Yes, the lavender, you want to relax a little bit. You want to have some extra self-care, just take some time to woo-saw and bring everything in. That is what that one does, for sure.
Awesome. What do you have? What's in the beard oils?
So in the beard oil, there are 3 main oils that are always used in every single one of my products. The first one is grapeseed oil, which is it's derived from the seeds of grapes. It's a very, very light-based oil. It's going to absorb into your skin very, very quickly, so you don't have any oily or greasy residue. I also use apricot kernel oil. That's the second oil that I use. Yes. Okay. Yes, absolutely. And then the third one that I use is jojoba oil, which of course everyone loves in everything that they do. And I add a little bit of something special in there. Tea tree essential oil and lavender essential oil for my gel. Yes. So you're going to have nothing but 100% plant-based ingredients, gentlemen that love to take care of your beards. And we have a beard balm, a beard oil, as well as a beard wash. And the beard conditioner is on the way. So the men are going to be ready for this summer.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I was working in a salon, like a chain salon, and the beard oil, the beard wash, all that was just kind of coming into the fold. And some of the scents in the early days of this one company, I was like, they need to go do some research.
Oh, Lord.
Everything can't smell like Brute and Stetson and, just musk. I'm like, everybody can't just, let's demusk this.
Yes. So not everybody can put up with that kind of a fragrance.
We can't smell like our grandfathers.
Smell good.
I'm just saying, it just brought back memories.
Absolutely.
When I would smell them, I was like, I'm not putting this on these guys.
Be like, this is not going to work. It's just not doing it.
There was one that had a vanilla undertone, and that was fine. But yeah, the rest of that, the
rest of it was just like, no.
Is it Miyagi? I mean, I just feel like we just really just. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop playing. But okay, so on your website, I did see your rose gold face oil. Talk about it. I love a good face oil.
Yes, absolutely. So I actually have that on my face.
Okay.
So a lot of times I don't really wear much makeup anymore, but I let that oil speak for itself. So my organic rose face oil, this is the ultimate face moisturizer for you. And it works for all skin types, whether you have combination oily or dry skin. A little bit goes a long way. What I like to do with this particular oil is after I have cleansed and use my toner, and this is just during the day, I would just take a couple of drops on there and then rub that into my face. Glow. Just the glow. Nothing else needed. Absolutely nothing else needed. And what makes it take it up a notch is when you previously use the organic rose face mask. So if you feel like really giving yourself a nice facial at home, you can use that mask that goes with that oil, and afterwards put that moisture back in your face with the oil. And I'm telling you, you will wake up the next day with skin that just, I don't even know how to really describe it. It's just heaven sent.
Yeah, we love a good facial oil. Yes,
absolutely.
Now,
It helps with scarring. It also helps with any blemishes as well. So you can totally expect yourself, and with even only a few weeks of using the oil, then you can expect your face to have a total improvement. I certainly have seen it. I've also seen some of my other clients, some of them that are actually in salons that do facials that use it, and have said their clients just absolutely love what it does for their skin. So I'm very, very happy about that product. That's probably my second favorite. It's a close tie between the body butter and the face oil for sure.
okay. Now, your products are good for sensitive skin?
Absolutely. I am probably the number one person with sensitive skin. If I wear fake jewelry, in about 5 minutes, I'm itching. I am that sensitive. And that was another reason why I wanted to create my line of products, because of my skin being so sensitive. There weren't a lot of products that I could really vibe with when they were, in stores. Even if I wanted something quick, like a little lotion or something, it just wouldn't do what I needed it to do. So that was another reason why Heaven Sent was born as well too. Had no idea how many people actually have sensitive skin out there. Thought it was just me.
Okay. Okay. So you got the candles, you got the eczema body butter.
Yes. Oh, let me tell you about that right there. This one, the eczema blend butter right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge bestseller for me and my company. This is also something that will transform your skin. I actually started this shortly after, probably about a month or two, with creating everything else for Heaven Sent. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that there were a lot of people that were using steroids, especially people of color, using steroids to combat their eczema. And I said, don't really think that's probably something that we want to continue to do because of how sensitive our skin is. And so I created this eczema blend here, again, that is based with those 3 oils that I told you about, but it also has shea butter in it. That's what makes it different from the other butters. So it's going to be a little bit thicker. Yeah. And then I also have the lavender and also tea tree essential oils in it. So when you apply it, it's going to have that nice cooling feeling. So that nice feeling that you have on those eczema spots, it's going to give you that nice tingly feeling that's going to give you some relief from any itchiness or dryness that you have in your skin. So eczema blend for sure. This is a very good one.
Okay. All righty. So if anyone wanted to place an order today, where would they go?
You can find me on heavensentbody.com. I am also on Facebook. I am also on Instagram as well. Come and check me out. Come and send me a message. I love interacting with people on my social media pages and having them see demonstrations and just trying everything out. And I also do samples. Whenever you place an order, you also get a free sample of any new products that are coming out. So that's something that you should think about. But you can always place your orders at heavensentbody.com.
And how can they follow you?
You can follow me on @HeavenSentBodyProducts on Instagram, and also Heaven Sent Body Products on Facebook as well. I am on those social media platforms. I daily put up stories, different posts. I'll be doing some giveaways very soon, and some new products are coming as well.
Okay. And what's next for Heaven Sent Body Products? I know you got something brewing.
Yes, absolutely. So I will be featured at quite a few vendor shows that are coming to the Metro Detroit area. I will also be a repeat vendor for giveaway bags that are going to be at the Buy Melanin Expo, which is in Miami, Florida. Last year was my first time being a part of that, and I was so excited about it. Absolutely loved everything about that company and what they're doing to spotlight Black-owned businesses. And so I will be doing that again this year in the summer. And according to what I have heard from the Lord, I'm really hoping that I will also be featured in some stores very, very soon. Yes, I'm claiming it already. I am claiming it already. So you will be able to see Heaven Sent products that will be in some local stores pretty soon. And in the future, we're going to be looking at doing national stores.
Amazing. All right, y'all. So she is giving a part of our giveaways tonight. So she is giving away a body butter and scrub, but you must share the live broadcast in order to be a part of the drawing. So make sure you're sharing #Mamaprenuer in the comments or #shared, but you must share to get entered. That's
Absolutely.
how it goes.
Gotta share.
All righty. So thank you again, Ashley, for coming on and joining us and blessing us with your presence. I'm dead serious the minute we finish.
I will have your order form ready to go. And I'm pretty sure that the sugar is ready to be brewed
Yes.
for your scrub.
I'm so serious. Yeah, when we finish. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
I
I
got you.
appreciate you. I thank you. I look forward to connecting, collaborating again in the future.
Yes,
I know God is going to do amazing, amazing things for your business, exceedingly above more than you can ask or think.
I claim it. As above, so is below.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, and
I'll
be in touch in just a minute.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. That means go to her website right now and go buy up everything. heavensentbodyproducts.com. Please go and buy all the products. All the products. I am just so ready for my order. That's bad when you get just thrilled about that, but that's how we feel about Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works had a candle special every year, the 3-wick candle for however much, and we go crazy. And some of y'all go stand in that line for that mess. I just order online. Anyway, all right. Our next guest is the fabulous Janice Street, and she is the owner and proprietor of Beauty Power Up. See, our first guest we had Michigan. Now we got the DMV area, and she's going to come on and grace us with her presence to talk about her amazing brand as a sales strategist, and she has some events and things coming up. So while we're waiting on her to come on, this is your cue to share if you haven't shared the live broadcast. All right. All right. Welcome, Janice. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, how you
doing? Good. All right.
What an incredible show. I'm just so blessed and thankful to be here. I love Ashley and her Heaven Sent products. When she talked about eczema, that's something that, a lot of people suffer with. So you guys go check her out. There's other ways of doing eczema and treating it other than what we buy in the store on the shelf. So go check the lady out.
Absolutely. Cool. Thank you. And you could tell it's made with love. It's one of those things.
Right spirit.
Yes. So Janice, let's talk. So Beauty Power Up. Tell the people that don't know what Beauty Power Up is.
Yeah, so my name is Janice Street, of course. And what I do here at Beauty Power Up, my focus is on women. And it's on helping African-American women, women of color, being able to, number one, embrace your power, pursue your purpose, and build a lifestyle of prosperity. And what I do here with that is helping people be able to break through some of the barriers and the challenges and the things that go on in our life. Because as women, we are always the ones that give. And we always put ourselves behind everybody else that we support. And it's about changing that around and allowing us to have permission to go after our dreams and goals and the things that we want to achieve for ourselves. And I do that in a couple of ways. Number one, I'm a sales strategist. A lot of our people, especially African-American women, we are the largest growing population of business owners coming out in the last couple of years. And we all have these $1 million dreams or these really lavish lifestyles of prosperity. We want to build for ourselves, or we just want to be really comfortable, but we lack sales skills. And that's the thing that we struggle with. Like, we have amazing products, we have amazing ideas, we have amazing things that we're able to do, but we lack that ability to sell and to transition our messaging and the things that we can bring and offer to the marketplace. That's the place that we struggle with. And so I try to help women with that, like I said, with training. And then also I do events as well, because a lot of the times that what holds us back to be comfortable with selling and presenting ourselves out there to the world is our mindset. It's such a battle. Every day you're battling that mind. You're battling whether or not you're going to get up and actually work on your business today, or whether you're going to lay on the couch and watch Sisters all day long. So those are the things that we battle against. And having that mindset and having some tools and having some things in place that helps us to be able to be better at that stuff is going to help us be able to sell and present our businesses in such ways that we can create that success that we're looking for ourselves.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it all. So Sales strategists.
Mhm.
So explain that to folks that may not know. They're like, sales strategist, what's sales strategist? What is that?
Absolutely.
I know what it is, but
Uh,
you go ahead and tell the people in the back, what does
Absolutely.
sales strategist mean? What does that entail?
Yeah. So what it entails, like I said, for African American women who are in business as entrepreneurs, it's about helping you be able to put together a sales process that helps you to be able to actually get results, right?
Mhm.
And what I do is I try to focus on, like, I've been an entrepreneur since 2003. I started out with a brick and mortar Christian bookstore, right? And back then, the internet was just getting going. I had a little bit of online sales going, but didn't really have the knowledge behind it to be successful with it. And then at some point, we decided to get out of the business. And then I think about like my journey in entrepreneurship, my journey in sales and things of that nature that I've done. Like I've worked in corporate America. I still work in corporate America, but I did cold calling at one point in corporate America. And I realize is like those things that help us to be able to transition, be successful is those sales skills. And so as a sales strategist, what I do is I help you to remove all the noise, because if you're a part of marketing your brand on social media, you're hearing a lot of things about how you put your content together, like how do you
Mhm.
attract your brand, how do you position your stuff, like you're hearing all of that noise. And my approach is to give you the opportunity to get the knowledge quicker and then also get results. And that's by using a proven method, which is my sales and mindset power strategy, which
Mhm.
will help you to be able to cut out all the noise so that you're not listening to all the voices and going after the shiny objects, but you really do have a framework that works for you based on the products that you offer or the services that you offer. And so helping you be able to put that plan together so that you can execute it, measure against it, and then make tweaks and changes along the way, whether or not you're just going to do solely organic marketing or you're going to do paid marketing with some ads, things of that nature, so that as you're putting your efforts, every piece of content, even this podcast tonight, every piece of content that you put in place to present and offer your services has a job to do, and you should be able to measure it and be able to understand whether or not it's working for you or it's not. So
Mhm.
that's what a sales strategist does for you.
So some folks may not know what a sales funnel is.
All right. A sales
Talk
funnel
about a
is,
sales funnel and
yeah.
why it's important. You kind of just touched on it, but I'm
Mhm,
using another term. So talk
mhm.
about sales funnels, why it's important for business
Okay.
owners to have.
Perfect. So a sales funnel is a mechanism in regards to like how you're utilizing your content. Number one, to attract and create awareness around who your business is, what you do, and how you serve people. And then once you get them into the nest, which may mean that they're following you on social media, they could be on your email list. How do you position and move them further down your sales funnel so that ultimately, when you put an offer or a service in front of them, they're willing to buy? So it's about like the attraction piece, awareness piece, and then once you get people like in the nest, the grooming and the nurturing of those relationships to get them ultimately to buy for your services. Sometimes people will come straight through and ultimately buy the first time they see you, right? But a lot of times people it takes a lot of interaction with folks in regards to getting them over to convert at least 7 to 14 times. And so that's
Mhm.
about you making sure that number one, you have content that helps you to be able to convince them. Because people always use the phrase of know, like, and trust. Is really more about connection and making sure that you understand what they care about. Like a lot of times we're selling and all we're doing is talking about ourselves.
That
Well,
part.
that may not move me, right? In this day and environment, and it's like old school selling methodology that people used to use, where you just talk about your product, you talk about yourself, and then people will buy from you, right? But because of social media, consumers are a lot smarter. You can go anywhere and look for anything nowadays. People are studying and making decisions. And so you have to show up as someone that you understands what that person's need is, what their concerns are, what they
Mhm.
care about. And that's how you should be presenting your business out there. And then there's this other little piece around you have to be different than the rest of the folks. Like
Just
your
about to say
audience,
that. Yes.
Your podcast, of course, you're saying mompreneurs, but you do have a little bit of an edge around how you're presenting your podcast to folks, and even people who have products or services. You've got to figure out where your edge is and how you show up in regards to that edge. And you also need to understand how that person that you're targeting is going to receive that. Like, how is your service best set up to serve that person? So as a mompreneur, you're focusing on women entrepreneurs who have a business and need a platform to be able to talk about their business. That's how you're showing up differently. So everybody needs to consider, like, what the thing that you do, how is it best set up to serve the people that you're targeting? And that's the stuff you want to talk about.
Absolutely. You mentioned something really good. What problem can you solve?
Absolutely.
I always tell people that, what problem can you solve? Because there's a bunch of people that's doing the same thing you're doing. Yep. How can you solve that person's problem?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I love it. I love everything you're saying. All right. All right. So what is the biggest myth, in your opinion, of sales? Sometimes people, say, for instance, if there's a job out there and it requires sales, some people get scared, like, oh my God. And then there's others, they'll go in and they can do the job and they can get it done. But sales in general, what is like a biggest myth you've heard? Like, oh my God, that is so not true.
Well, I think what it is like, when people talk about sales, the thing they immediately go to is the car salesman story, right? And no one likes to go to a dealership and buy a car because you have to interact with a car salesman. Of course, we have other avenues now and you don't have to interact with them. Somebody figured it out, right? Yeah. But that's what people hang their heads around as far as sounding salesy. And it comes from the fact of the way it was done in the past. Because in the past, I don't know, I'll tell you my age. I'm 55, right? When TV was out in my age and time, there were only 3 stations. And the only way, it wasn't Netflix, there wasn't all this other stuff, Prime Video and the Stars app and all that good stuff. The only way people sold their services was to get an ad on TV and force you to watch it because you couldn't skip past it. And so an old approach to it. And so when people interacted with someone that was a part of sales, it was that hard push on selling. So that's the old myth, that thinking that sales today follows that model. No, sales today is about connection. It's about people. It's about service to folks. That's how you create success. If you're doing that model, that might be why you're struggling. But if you're not really focusing on and thinking about who you serve, how you serve them best, the connections that you can make. I mean, sales skills around empathy and sympathy and listening and finding out, those are the things that are going to help you be a better salesperson. So that's the myth that I find with people, and why people are afraid of sales as far as a mindset perspective, is because they're thinking they have to do that hard push around what they do to be able to convince somebody to be a part of their program or buy their product.
Gotcha. Makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. If someone wanted to book a consult call with you, talk about that process. Like, what do you look for if someone, potential client says, hey, Janice, I would love to work with you. Talk about that process.
Yeah. So my business has changed a little bit over the year. At first I was doing coaching and I had some clients to coach and I still work with them as well. But like I said, I've kind of tweaked them and got down to like the heart of what people need. And I learned that from the folks that I coach. And what they needed is sales skills. So now I just do workshops because, like I said, what I want people to be able to do is I want you to get knowledge and I want you to start implementing that knowledge, right? So that I don't help folks right now who want to like start their business and get started and need to build everything. That's not what I'm in the market for as far as doing right now. It's solely focused on helping people get knowledge around sales skills really quickly. And so you can go start to implement and start to see some results from it. Now, the way that you can get in contact with me is you can go to beautypowerup.com, and on that page, you can book a call with me and we can sit down. And what I'll do for you is I'll do a sales audit based on what you have going on right now. And those are free. And it's really just about me. I take a look at your information, take a look at your stuff just to see where you may have opportunities at. And then we'll sit down and go through that audit review together. And I'll talk about like your strengths, your opportunities, the things that you can do as far as your content, as far as your positioning, how you're showing up, what you can do to help get you better at your sales. So that's one of the services I offer. And that, like I said, they're free.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That is amazing. Okay. So talk about 30 women at the table.
Absolutely. So 30 women at the table. This is my second event. I did the first one September of last year. And the 30 Women at the Table event, like I said, it's a big piece around mindset. Like I said, this is the second event that I've had. It will be in Richmond, Virginia again on April the 29th, 2023. And what I try to do with this event is I try to make it exclusive and intimate. That's why it's only 30 women. Okay. Wow. And the reason that's set up that way is because I want people to have connections. Like I want you to have an opportunity to be heard, because I've been a part of conferences and there's 200 people in a room or 80 people in a room and you're not heard, you're not connecting. And so 30 women at the table and that approach gives us an opportunity to connect, to hear each other's stories, to hear each other's pains, understand what all of us are trying to strive for. And so that 30 Women at the Table event, the focus is on giving women permission to be mission focused on your goals. Like I said in the beginning, a lot of times, we take the back seat. We put everybody in front of us. We put our kids in front of us. We put our spouses, boyfriends, significant others, parents. All those people come before us. And this is giving you a platform and an opportunity to understand it's okay to put yourself first. And so we focus on from topics around mindset, entrepreneurship, sisterhood, and connection building. And the biggest piece that I try to do in regards to these events is I try to bring in, for women of color, I try to bring in really strong examples around how people have overcome. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so this one is incredibly special because we have Jane Kennedy Overton, guys.
Yes.
Lydia has had an amazing career, and she will be our featured guest speaker at the next 30 Women at the Table event, which is on April the 29th. She's had a fantastic, iconic career in broadcasting, has paved the way for so many women of color. And if you paid any attention to, this month, a lot of the platforms and things have shouted out and talked about her as far as Black history is concerned. I know she was on the Sherry show. They did a spot there for her this past week. And then also Good Morning America did one as well, talking about like how she was such a game changer. And she's done so many wonderful things in regards to her broadcast career. She's interviewed all the greats. So if you want to talk, she's interviewed Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Joe Namath, you name it. She sat down with them. She's had interviews with these folks. She's talked with them about their careers, and then also women as well. So just so super excited to have her be a part of the next 30 Women at the Table event in Richmond, Virginia. So I'm incredibly blessed and thankful for her agreeing to do this, because she didn't have to, but she doing it. And so we're just so thankful to have her as our featured guest speaker this time coming up.
Now, do you have other speakers, or she's just the main speaker, or do you have other things kind of like with your agenda? Do you have other things that you kind of have besides the ladies kind of talking about their stories and all that? Okay. That sounds like so much fun. Don't make me get on the plane.
You need to be there. But we do have other agendas. I do speak as well. Okay. And then I do have 2 slots available for anybody else that wants an opportunity, at a great opportunity to showcase your business and platform and to have it attached to her name. So if you're looking for some additional publicity for your business, this is really good opportunity for you to do that. So you can become a speaker at the event as well. Like I said, there's only 2 slots available, but we do have a complete agenda for folks. And I treat you incredibly well. Like I said, this is exclusive. I hosted at the Boathouse in Richmond, which is one of the best restaurant venue spaces in Richmond, Virginia. I give you a 4-course meal. So when you pay for your ticket, you don't have to worry about anything else, right? You get a 4-course meal. We have a full wine bar going the whole time of the event. So if that's your thing, you'll be fine. The whole event.
I love it. She said, you knew what to say. The Boathouse, 4-course meal, wine.
Wine, yes.
Basic food groups. Okay.
We treat you very well. And then, as an attendee, we have I have my photographer there, and he does brand photos for folks. And so if you need really nice brand photos, you'll have an opportunity to get those, and we send those to you by email after the event. So it's really super nice. And plus we give, I don't do the bags, I do boxes. So we have nice gift boxes for folks as well. So you'll go away with some cool stuff as well. But it's a really nice event. The last one, what I really loved about the first one that I did in September is I got so much great feedback from women around how it really touched their spirits, right? Mm-hmm. And at that time, like I said, I try to bring in people that have really incredible stories. And so last time out of Houston, Texas, I had Thelma Coleman, who is the CEO of KT Beauty Boom. And she talked about her journey in regards to building her $1 million business with the folks. And she talked about some of her trials and tribulations and what she went through, but she stuck with it. And her daughter have built an amazing business there as well. And so it was really incredible to hear her story. And so I try to bring that type of environment into this so people can relate and understand and learn more from each other. So we got Jane up this time. And so we're excited to have her there as well. But yeah, we're going to treat you incredibly well. You pay for your ticket. You don't have to worry about anything but putting your makeup on, your pretty dress on, and looking fabulous and being in the room.
Amazing. Something you can look forward to annually, since this is something that you plan to do annually.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So I asked Ashley this question. I'm going to ask you, what's next for Beauty Power Up besides the Boathouse and the wine and the, not joking. Besides that, what's next for the brand?
What's next for where I think I'm going is I'm probably going to I'm thinking about some partnerships with some of these travel folks. I've got a couple of people who are in this travel business now, and they do some really cool things. I'm thinking about putting some travel events together. So I'm thinking I may do a small one towards the end of the year. Or either early next year. So I think that's the approach that I'm going to take. And it's really going to be focused on like a weekend to come in, work with me, and we do sales skill training on site in some really cool location and have a ton of fun. So that's the next thing that's in the back of my mind as far as being on the agenda.
Okay. Amazing. Doing great things, Janice. Doing great things. Tell everyone how you can be followed.
Absolutely. So it's really simple. Beauty Power Up on all platforms. Facebook, Beauty Power Up. Instagram, Beauty Power Up. YouTube, I just started my YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe and help me out. Beauty Power Up on YouTube, and then of course the website is beautypowerup.com, and there you can get your ticket to the 30 Women at the Table event. You can also call with me if you want to have your sales audit done as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Janice, for gracing us with your presence. I'm just so excited for you, excited for your event that is coming up in April. I'm ready to see dresses and pictures and hats and all the things.
Absolutely.
And I just look forward to what God has in store for you and your brand.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, because this little hour went by so fast, y'all. Yeah, okay. It has gone by so fast. So I want to give a second shout out to our sponsor tonight, Paper Doll Factory. Head over to paperdollfactory.com. Look at some amazing statement pieces and pick you up a few. How about that? Rhea will appreciate it. Okay. So she is our sponsor for tonight. Also, make sure that you are following all of our platforms for the Mamaprenuer Podcast. So that's Mamaprenuer Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I just started my YouTube too, Janice.
You probably have more subscribers than I do.
I said do better. Okay, so yes, I'm getting that going. Yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, so make sure you're following Mamaprenuer Podcast on all platforms. Make sure you're following the Power Team platform on all platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook. We're on Apple. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google, Spotify, Anchor. The joke is Space because she has us everywhere. Twitter. For those of you that still get on Twitter, we are on Twitter. Final reminder, if you are part of the Divine Nine sororities or fraternities and you have a business, I am doing an episode later in the year. Please reach out to me at Mamaprenuer Podcast, Facebook or IG. Shoot me a DM so we can talk and get you on the show. Limited spots are available. Also, if you are a business owner and don't quite have time to physically be a guest on the show, but you want your brand platform to be showcased on this platform, please reach out to me in regards to affiliate marketing. I would be happy to discuss more details. Again, make sure you're following the Power Team platform. We have more than just the Mamaprenuer Podcast. I would love for you to just tune in to just me, but it ain't just about me. There's other people. So our founder and CEO, Kesha Cash and Dr. Real on first and third Wednesday nights. We have Bree, Buying and Selling with Bree on Monday evenings. We have Cleaning with Kia. She's on Tuesdays. And then we have Steph, the educator, who is the opposite of me, on Thursdays, on first and third Thursdays. And so we got some amazing hosts. And also for those who want to start their own podcast platform, feel free to reach out to Power Team and Kesha will get you up and running. Okay. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight to episode 40 of the Mamaprenuer Podcast. And we will see you all in 2 weeks with more fabulous entrepreneurs. Y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you.